Okay, there we go. So welcome everybody to our All In Family Night. We are so excited that you are here, and we are pumped to be back together with you guys again. I know we were together last month, but we just are excited to be back together. So we are going to do a little bit of recognition and then get to share some training with you guys tonight as well. And so Maya, I think you are going to start us off in prayer.
Absolutely. Where you guys, those of you who don't know me, my name is Maya Hull, and I'm coming to you live from Olathe in my pink studio, aka my basement. But guys, I am so grateful that no matter where we're coming from, no matter if we've been building our business for 20 years or 5 minutes, tonight is already appointed. It is not a mistake that you are here. And I'm telling you right now, tonight is going to be powerful, fun. And so I just invite you though, for the next minute to be still with me, and we're just going to cover tonight in prayer, because I know that we all are coming with maybe some or distractions or frustrations or maybe even some doubt, or maybe you're like, things are going really good, I hope they go good. So I am so grateful that our founder, Mary Kay Ash, founded this company on God first, family second, and career third. And so we're going to open up in prayer tonight. So I just invite you to join me. Father God, I'm praising you tonight that we get to be together as our all-in family. I praise you for each woman who is here tonight. I praise you for her strengths, her gifts, her talents, and skills, God. I'm so thankful that we get to come together and encourage, uplift, and be a sisterhood that I know is honoring to you. God, I just pray that you be over Mary this evening as she brings some training that I know is so heartfelt and she's so passionate about, that you would just speak through her and that it would fall on ears and hearts and minds that are open. God, we pray for the victories that have already happened, and we praise you for the victories that are going to come in your name. You are good. You are amazing. And I'm just so thankful that we get to be here tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Woo. Awesome. Powerful.
All right. Well, so like I said, we're going to do a little bit of recognition. And I also forgot to introduce myself at the beginning, so I apologize for that as well. So my name is Mary Pyatt. I am a senior sales director with Mary Kay, and I live in, it's called Country Club, Missouri. It makes me sound a little fancier than what I am. But I am about an hour north of Kansas City. And so again, I'm just excited to have you guys here, and we're going to kick this off with some recognition. So I'm going to share the screen, and then Heidi is going to be our first to get our recognition started.
Awesome. Well, my name is Heidi Ray, and I am soon to be senior sales director here in about a month. So excited, from Southern Indiana. Yes, Santa Claus, Indiana. And I live in a very rural area. So a little bit about me for those of you who are new. But we are so excited for those of you that are passing on the Mary Kay opportunity. And for our brand new beauty consultants that are now in our units, we're going to recognize you now, those who said yes in January. So welcome to our Pink Sisterhood. Mindy Artingler from Recruited by Jennifer Huff, Rachel Baker, recruited by Angie Daughtery, Brittany Beeman, recruited by Jennifer Huff, Jennifer Draper, recruited by Kim Koffler, Kelly Harris, recruited by Sherry Mason, Michelle Hornberger, recruited by Heidi Ray, Melanie Johnson, recruited by Jennifer Huff, Sally Kelly, recruited by Lisa Clark, Aviana Lang, recruited by Emily Smith, and Joanna Salzar, recruited by Jennifer Huff, Julie Schultz, recruited by Heidi Ray, Mitzi Smith, recruited by Emily Smith, and Jared White, recruited by Rachel White. Welcome all of our new. Oh my gosh, we're so excited. And I want to see that list like quadruple next month, you guys. That list is going to explode of brand new beauty consultants. So congratulations, welcome aboard.
Awesome. Yeah, we can have unlimited amount of slides, you guys. So like, let's bring it on. Bring it on. All right. Well, I next get to welcome or introduce to you the next, a couple next steps up the career path, and that is our red jackets. And you will hear us as directors talk a lot about red jackets. You will hear the company talk a lot about red jackets, because this is the position to where you are now truly stepping into your leadership role. Whether you want to become a sales director or not, this is a prestigious position, because you will be honored and celebrated, not only in your red jacket, as we saw Heidi has her previous red jacket on, and I know Sherry's in hers and Lisa's in hers. I don't know if I missed anybody else, but we're just so excited and so proud of these leaders in our organization. And so we are going to start with Star Team Builder. And so at the Star Team Builder level, this is where you have at least 3 team members. We are going to recognize Sally Ellis from the Huff unit. Woohoo, Sally. And then we're also recognizing Kim Klopper from the Huff unit as well. Woohoo. And then from the whole unit, Maya's mama, Anna Maria Klunt. Woohoo. And then from my unit, Amy Parnell. And then also back in red, we are so excited to welcome her back in red, is Star Team Builder Rachel White from the Heidi Ray unit. Woohoo! Welcome back, Rachel. All right, then we're moving up to the team leader position. And we are so excited to honor a brand new team leader on target for her career car. Month 1 of qualifications is done. Emily Smith from the Jennifer Huff unit. Woohoo! We are so excited for that. And so for career car, just to kind of share that with you guys, you can actually finish, earn a career car and finish that in 1, 2, 3, or 4 months. And so January was Emily's first month of qualifications. And so we are so excited for you, Emily, and for your team with that as well. So woohoo, Emily. All right, then we also have new at a team leader position is Lisa Clark. Woohoo! And we also know Lisa is working hard this month to be able to also go on target for her car. So we are so excited. We are cheering you guys on for that as well. Woohoo! All right, also at the team leader position is Vicki Highsmith from my unit, the Pyatt unit. And then moving up to elite team leader. And so we are honored to recognize Laura Newson from the Maya Whole unit. Woohoo! And then we also have director in qualification, brand new grand achiever as well. She has finished her Mary Kay career car. Is this month 4? Is this month 4? I don't remember. Month 3. Okay. So sorry that I should have got that information beforehand, but so let's start over. Let's honor and recognize director in qualification, brand new car driver, grand achiever, Sherry Mason. We are so excited and so honored to cheer you on as you finish those qualifications to become an independent sales director. And then like Heidi said, she will become a brand new senior sales director as well. So we are so excited for you. And then as we are talking about our reds, we do want to invite you guys, okay? So whether you are on here and like Maya said, you've been in Mary Kay for 5 minutes or you've been in Mary Kay for a little bit longer, we would invite you to join us for the Red Hot Coffee Club. Now, if you're not sure what the details are as far as getting a red, I know I kind of missed a little bit of that as we were talking. Talk with your sales director. But this is just a matter of passing on the Mary Kay opportunity. That was the one thing that Mary Kay asked us to do, was to pass it on. And so we are honored to host a Red Hot Coffee Club the 3rd Saturday of each month. So in the month of February, it is going to be February 19th. It's at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And I am so excited, you guys, to announce that our guest trainer for this Red Hot call is Senior Sales Director Brenda Austin. Now, Brenda lives in Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma City, and she has been building her Mary Kay business for just about 11 years and has been a sales director for about 10 of those years. And the reason why I'm so excited to have you guys listen to her and to get some training from her is that she has actually completed the National Court of Sharing 4 times, okay? 4 times. And you guys, she is actually already finished with the National Court of Sharing. She finished it in November, okay? In November, she already finished it. And when I was talking to her kind of about, training you guys, she has never finished the National Court of Sales before June. So just the shift that she had happened to change it from qualifying in June to already being done in November was huge. And so you guys get to learn from her. Her unit is actually only 11 away from completing the unit building challenge that they also have until the end of June to finish. Okay. So if I can tell you to be on a training as far as a Mary Kay event, this would be an event I would highly challenge you to earn the right to be on. Okay. So get with your sales director, be able to find out the steps that you need to take as far as doing that, and be on that call with us on Saturday, February 19th. We are so excited to have you guys listen to that. So, all right, moving on to the next one, Miss Maya.
All right, everyone. Well, I am so excited to share with you. Sorry, the court of sharing. I forgot to put my. Okay, the court of sharing. Well, like Mary just talked about, getting to pass on this amazing opportunity. You know, the one question that everyone asked before Mary Kay Ash passed away is, how can I say thank you? And Mary Kay said, pass it on. So this right here is a very prestigious court called the Court of Sharing. When you add 24 qualified team members in our seminar year from July 1st to June 30th, you will receive this beautiful diamond bumblebee as an honor for achieving this prestigious award. So we want to recognize all of you in our area who are passing on the Mary Kay opportunity. And then we're going to meet our top team builders. So let's meet them now. With Court of Sharing, with one new team member, Kirby Andre, Lisa Clark, Angie Daughtry, Patty Kennedy, Ayla Gerkman-Gertz, Riley Newson, Taylor Olson, Angela Rogers, Kendall Short, and Rachel Wright. Congratulations, everyone. Woo! And now we are to the top 8 in the Court of Sharing. This court is not only just based on how many team members you add, but also the commissions that you earn from them. All right, so here we go. Number 8 is a tie between Cynthia McCallan and Vicki Highsmith, 2 new. Woohoo! Number 7, 1 new, 1 great start qualified, Angie Emery. Number 6, with 1 new and 2 great start qualified, is Holly Dodson. Moving up to our top 5, Kate Mitchell with 1 new, 2 great start qualified. Woohoo! Number 4, 5 new and 5 great start qualified, Kim Kloppler. Woo! Number 3, with 5 new and 5 great start qualified, Emily Smith. Way to go! Number 2, with 6 new and 4 great start qualified, Laura Newson. Our queen, year to date in the Court of Sharing, has 18 new team members, 10 great start qualified, Sherry Mason.
Congratulations.
I recognize that name as she just earned a Mary Kay car. So way to go, Sherry. Way to go, our court. You guys are just passing on this opportunity. So I know Mary Kay Ash will be so proud of you by inviting women to be a part of our family. And so congratulations to you.
Okay, next we have our Powered Up by Pink Achievers, this gorgeous necklace that was earned in January. And let me tell you, I was going to save this one as a customer giveaway until I got it. And I said, I'm keeping that one. It's beautiful. So if you are not, maybe you're not a jewelry person, but you can also earn these and give them out to your customer groups, you guys, as awesome gifts to your customers. I mean, who wouldn't want to receive one of these? So how do you earn those? Every month, if you put in a 600 wholesale, and that means you're selling 1,200 retail, then you can earn the collection. And Mary Kay builds the collection pieces over the 12 months, and they're just absolutely gorgeous jewelry. Okay, so let's see who put in their 600 wholesale. For January, we have Sandy Ball, we have Michelle Carroll, Lisa Clark, Michelle Davies, Angie Daughtry, Sally Ellis, Susan Fodder, Kelly Holt, Iviana Lang. We have Jamie Lockmuller, Sherry Mason, Tiffany Reed, Angela Rogers, Emily Smith, Missy Smith, Zai Swan, and Amy Wilson. Congratulations, you achievers. Awesome, way to go. Now, if everybody, okay, well, we also have a consistency challenge, which I love that Mary Kay does this. And so when you go on Target for this beautiful jewelry, if you do your 600 from January all the way, you guys, to June, the end of the year, you're going to get this beautiful, gorgeous piece of bracelet. Is that right, through June, guys?
Mhm.
I thought it was. Okay. So, and I just got my earrings from the last consistency challenge, and they are beautiful, you guys. And this is the matching bracelet. So you want to have it. And guess what? Everybody in January that I just read, you are on target. So run with it, keep going. Let that be your goal to meet that mark each month. So congratulations, everybody, for being on target. Yay. And this month we have the beautiful bangle, bright pink bracelet to earn for February. It's just going to be gorgeous. It matches a pair of earrings and a necklace that we've already earned. So way to go, guys. So proud of you.
All right. And the awesome, like, I love how Mary Kay works and how Mary Kay thinks, because they give us, if we do one thing, we get multiple benefits from it. Okay. It's kind of like our skincare. We can use one skincare and get multiple benefits. Okay. And so when you are focused on taking care of your customers, providing excellent customer service, and you earn your Powered by Pink jewelry every single month, when you do that, you will also get recognized as a star consultant. All right. And so whether you become a star consultant as a new consultant with your initial inventory investment, or you are working every single month to sell product to your customer, holding parties, holding facials, doing virtual appointments, whatever that looks like, you also get to be recognized as a star consultant. So let me recognize our on target star consultants, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about the program. And so this quarter that we are recognizing started on December 16th. All right. And it goes through March 15th. All right. So we are about 7 weeks in, really, but this recognition is based on the end of January. So for about 6 weeks in. So on a target with at least 900 wholesale is Penny Adams, Vicki Highsmith, and Cindy Phillips. Woohoo! Then moving on up a little bit with a little bit more on target with 1,200 wholesale is Sherry Mason, Tiffany Reed, Angela Rogers, and Zai Swan. I probably did not say that right. I'm so sorry for that, but congratulations for that. And then already finished with their star consultant status. You guys, again, this quarter does not end until March 15th. So all of those on target, even if you're not officially on target, you still have every opportunity to be able to finish as a star consultant before the quarter ends. But these consultants have already finished their first level of star consultant, and will just continue to move up the star consultant ladder as the quarter progresses. So at the sapphire level, let's recognize Bonnie Mosner and Angie Daughtry. Woohoo! And the sapphire level, I should say this, is 1,800 wholesale. So 1,800 that you've ordered throughout the quarter makes you a sapphire star consultant. At the ruby level, ruby is 2,400 wholesale. And so that position is open. So we know that Bonnie and Angie are going to continue to climb, and then other consultants are going to come up and join them as well. The diamond level is 3,000 wholesale by March 15th. And then the next level is emerald, which is 3,600. And so let's give a shout out to brand new on target car driver, new team leader, Emily Smith, woohoo, for being recognized already as an emerald consultant. And then the pearl consultant level is the next level above emerald with at least 4,000 wholesale and beyond. And the awesome part about this, you guys, is you can totally take this goal and break it down into bite-sized pieces to be able to focus on every month, every week, every day. And so on average, the Sapphire Star Consultant level is a 300 retail week, meaning you're selling to your customers 300 retail every week, okay? And then it goes on up from there. So Ruby is 400, Diamond is 500, Emerald is 600, and Pearl is 800. Now, you can also add in team building bonus credit as well. So as you're selling the product and you're sharing the opportunity, you can combine those as well to be able to move up the consultant ladder as well. And the awesome part, you guys, is Mary Kay just recently revamped our Star Consultant program. And so it is incredible because you truly do get to customize what it is that you are picking for your prize. So if you are somebody that loves jewelry, you can pick a jewelry prize. If you are redoing your house, You can pick prizes for your house. You can pick gift cards. You can pick travel vouchers. So maybe you want to save up to be able to go on vacation with your family. You can earn travel vouchers with your Mary Kay business, which is so incredible as well. So again, if you're not sure about this, where you fall, what level you should go for, talk with your director, and she can make a game plan for you with that as well. So, but congratulations to all of our on target and our star consultants.
All right, well, next we are going to recognize our Court of Sales. This is also a year-long contest put on by Mary Kay. And as you can see, these beautiful diamond rings are just a small reward. I mean, a small but mighty, right? And so I love these prestigious. But let me tell you guys something. Last year at this time, Sherry Mason started her Mary Kay business, and she did this in 5 months. So whether you have 0 in or you are halfway there, anyone can finish this, because this, like I said, is a cumulative year-long contest. To earn the National Court of Sales, you do 40,000 retail from July 1st to June 5th. And so we want to meet our top Court of Sales achievers and on their way to earning these beautiful diamond rings this year in Dallas. Number 10, 12,952 retail, Taylor Olson. Number 9, 13,194, Angela Rogers. Number 8, with 13,305, Katrina Hanlon. Woo. Number 7, with 15,681, Laura Newsom. Number 6, with 16,533, Amy England. And let's meet our top 5. Our top 5, 16,599, Sally Ellis. With 17,005, number 4, Emily Smith. Woo! Number 3, with 17,693, Lisa Clark. Woo! Now, these next 2 ladies have already achieved the Princess Court, which is over 20,000 retail. They will be honored at the Mary Kay National Area Awards Night. They'll be organized at our All-In Area Awards Night and receive some fabulous prizes along with some amazing recognition. So number 2, with 24,465, Sherry Mason. Number 1, with 27,935, Angie Daughtry.
Go Angie!
I also have a special shout out to Sherry and Angie both. As we just found out, they are both ranked in the top 27,000 national. Yeah. So top 10 Court of Sales, and number 2 and 1, Sherry and Angie, for being ranked in the entire area. Wow, congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So next up is Jennifer, who's going to kind of go over all of the company promotions and company announcements with you guys as well.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer. I'm a sales director down in Reeds, Missouri. So down in Southwest Missouri, like by Carthage and Joplin. And I'm excited to share with you some updates and some reminders about the promotions that the company is running. And let me tell you, when the company runs a promotion, you go for it, you run with it, you do whatever you have to do to earn it, because they put these promotions in place to help you grow your business, to help you exceed, to help you grow, to help you learn. And so the very first promotion that I want to talk about is the Grand Sales Director Debut Challenge. When we were at Leadership Conference last month, which is for all Mary Kay directors and their spouses, they announced that there is a challenge put out for 1,000 new sales directors this seminar year. So this goes from July of last year to June of this year. And so the goal is for the entire company, all across the board, to have 1,000 new sales directors. And when you are one of those 1,000, And if there's more than 1,000, you're still included. Don't get me wrong there. But when you debut this seminar year, you will be invited to an exclusive mingle with our president, Nathan Moore, and you get like a picture, and I don't know all the details because we've never had one before, but you get invited as a brand new sales director, and so does your current director. So I am excited to see how many of you we will have at that exclusive mingle down in Dallas at seminar this year. Also, something else that's going on right now is our Powered by Pink Team Building Consistency Challenge. So for anyone who had 600 wholesale in last month, you're already tracking for this. This promotion runs from January 1st to March 31st. And when you have 600 wholesale every month, so January, February, March, and you have at least 3 of your team members become Great Start qualified in that time frame, then you will earn a beautiful pink pearl, like 3-corded bracelet, and achieve the Powered by Pink Team Building Consistency Challenge. So congratulations to those of you who were already earning like your Powered by Pink jewelry last month. This is going to be an extra step up from that. We do have a couple of events that are coming up that I want to make sure you know about. First up is Career Conference. Registration is open. So the Career Conference takes places in different cities all across the United States. The 3rd and 4th weekends in March. And so I know Heidi's unit is going to one, and then I know Maya and Mary and I's unit are going to one because we're in Missouri and Heidi's in Indiana. But that's the beauty of it. You know, we can be all across the United States. So even if you're not local to your sales director, there's still going to be a career conference close to you that you could join and be a part of and be part of that celebration. So the cost is $110 to register. And you do get a $40 retail credit on your first order after the conference. And you also get a reduced fee or reduced price for seminar as well. So the deadline to register for this is February 28th. All right, so we still have a few more weeks to go, 3 more weeks. There's another event that's actually taking place this month that the company just announced. And we don't know a lot of details about it, but like I said, when the company announces something, like it's usually pretty good and you want to be at it. And so this is called It Just Fits, and it's a guest event. It Just Fits. They've had some videos on In Touch recently about different Mary Kay directors and Salesforce consultants who they just talk about how Mary Kay just fits in their lives. And so there's a special guest event taking place February 23rd. This is a Thursday night from 7 to 7:30 Central Time. And it is being led by Elite Executive Senior Sales Director Lisa Charity and brand new National Sales Director Jamie Taylor. So this is a free event. Like the registration's already open. It's on your In Touch. You should have received an email about it today as well. And there's no limits as to how many guests you can invite. I will tell you, we don't know a whole lot of details yet, but I know more are coming. So I'm not sure exactly like what platform it's going to be on, but stay tuned. Your director will be updating you, and I'm really excited for this event taking place here in a couple of weeks. The final announcement that I have is that spring product ordering is about to be open. You all have heard us talk about the products here and there. I will be doing a video in our all-in virtual beauty group Wednesday night, highlighting all the new products, giving even more details, sharing them with your customers. So if you were a STAR consultant last quarter, or you signed up your customers to receive their catalogs in the mail, the PCP program, you get to order on Thursday, the 10th. All other beauty consultants get to order at the 15th. There are ordering limits on these. So as you're collecting pre-orders from your customers, know that all of the lipstick shades, you only get 5 right now of each shade, and you get 10 of everything else. Okay. Samples are unlimited, but like full-size product, 10 of everything else. And a small reminder that we do have a slight price adjustment happening across the board for Mary Kay products February 16th. So you get to order all these new products, stock up on your favorites, check out your inventory, see what you need before prices increase. All right, those are the announcements I had.
Awesome job, Jennifer. We love including that in this all-in family night, is to be able just to kind of go over those company announcements and promotions with you. So thank you, Jennifer, for doing that. Okay, well, I think we're ready for some training. Are you guys ready for some training? So I am so excited to be able to share with you guys tonight a little bit about a topic that probably is one of those that sometimes you can be really excited about, or sometimes you're frustrated that you know so much about it. How's that for you? And so I'm going to start this off before I kind of introduce this. I everybody to close your eyes. Okay. Close your eyes. Whether you have your camera on, camera off, everybody close your eyes. Okay. And I want you to think, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you can raise your hand. You can just think about the answer in your head, however you want to do that. But thinking about your Mary Kay business specifically, okay? Have you ever been so excited? Like so excited you can't wait to wake up in the morning and just be raring to go in your business, okay? Have you ever been frustrated? Frustrated at where you're at, or results that didn't happen, or any kind of frustration in your business? Have you ever doubted yourself in your Mary Kay business? Have you doubted yourself? Have you doubted the process? Have you doubted if this is the thing you're supposed to be doing? Have you ever been committed? Like nothing's going to stop you, whatever it takes, you're going to do. Okay, open your eyes. All right, here's the thing, you guys. Tonight, we're going to talk about emotions. All right, because if you answered yes to any of those questions, guess what? You are completely normal. Emotions are a normal part of our lives, of our, not just our Mary Kay business, but of our everyday lives. And so, especially as you're building a business, you're setting boundaries, you're developing new habits, you're pushing your comfort zone. There's going to be emotions involved. Okay. So tonight, that's what I'm going to share with you is what's called the emotional cycle. So if you've heard about the emotional cycle, put that in the chats or raise your hand or any of those kind of things if you have heard about the emotional cycle. So I'm going to explain the emotional cycle to you, and then we're going to talk about some ideas to help you handle this. Okay. And so to help me explain this, there's 8 different stages of the emotional cycle. And I have images of things that I can share with you guys afterwards as well. But to help explain, I'm going to show you the emotions of independent beauty consultant, Erica Entrepreneur. Okay, so let's look at Erica's statuses that she might post on Facebook. Okay, so let me share this with you. And I know this is a little bit blurry, so hopefully you guys can kind of see this, and I'll kind of read it as well. So Erica is a brand new independent beauty consultant. So she is in stage 1 that we call the excitement stage, okay? And so in this stage, her Facebook status update might be like I'm so excited. I'm officially the owner of a business. I'm like pretty much a boss babe. Like I'm dreaming. You want to book with me. I love life. Everything is awesome. Okay. So we've all been at that point in our businesses where we are so excited. We cannot wait to wake up. We cannot wait to do all of the things. Okay. This is an awesome stage to be in, right? Like this is where we want to be at as much as we can, excited about what we get to do. Okay. Well, then Erica is working her business. And she might move into stage 2. Stage 2 is frustration. So her status update is going to be like, seriously, why are people in America today so unreliable? Like, have you ever heard about responding to a freaking text message? If one more person flicks on me, like, I'm so frustrated. What am I doing? I'm not using scripts because they're lame, like all those things. Okay. So frustration is when you are reaching out to people, you've got, postponements, you've got obstacles. Maybe you're not getting as many bookings right now. Like you're in that stage where you were so excited, but it's not going as easy as you thought it would go. And so you're a little bit frustrated. Okay. Then she kind of keeps going a little bit deeper. Okay. So stage 3 is shock. This is where it's kind of like, okay, this is harder than it looks. Like, I don't know what I didn't know that in order to be successful, I also needed to be consistent. Who even does that? I thought success was easy and convenient. Okay. We all know that nothing is without effort, right? Like this business is simple, but it still takes work. It still takes effort. Okay. So she started with excitement, she moved to frustration, then she moved to shock. The next stage, stage 4, is denial. Okay. So now Erica is posting over here on Facebook, hey, look at me not going to my weekly success meeting, and I'm playing Pokemon Go or Wordle or whatever you want to do. Not just anybody that plays Wordle, but if you're doing that in place of coming to a Mary Kay thing, that could be a little bit different. But this is where you withdraw. Like, you avoid coming to Mary Kay events. If your director reaches out to you, you might avoid her calls. You have a negative attitude. There's procrastination. Like, anything that you can do in place of working your Mary Kay business, you do, because that is easier than pushing through what you're doing with Mary Kay. Okay. So stage 4 is denial. Okay. Stage 5 is fear. All right. So in this stage, you're like, I can't do this. It's not for me. Like, I'm not going to do it. So like Erica's post is like, I've decided to take a step back from my business. I'm not leadership material like my director insists that I am. I just want to be there for my kids constantly. And to be honest, my recruiter is annoying. Okay. And so this is like, you're doubting yourself, but you're also putting that blame on other people. Obviously, it's not your fault. Obviously, it's your recruiters, it's your directors, it's the companies, it's politics, like it's whoever's fault, because you're fearful of what you could be able to do. Okay. So stage 5 is fear. Now, there's actually 2 stage 6s. Okay. There's 2 options that you can have when you get to this point. The first one, stage 6A, I guess I would call it, is settle. Okay. So you can see on here that Erica Entrepreneur changed her name to Erica Settles. Okay. She changed her name. Who was I kidding? I never wanted my own business. I love working 50 hours a week and the commute time is awesome. I love my life. There's nothing I would change. Okay. So instead of pushing through that discomfort, pushing through these emotions, she's settling instead. Okay. She's forgoing her dreams. She's quitting. Okay. So you can either settle, or 6B is get angry, get mad. Okay. And this is where you get angry with yourself. You admit and recognize your feelings, that it's your responsibility. Like, it's nobody else's fault. It's your own. And so here's where Erica says, can I be completely honest? I let negative thoughts control my activity and almost derail my dreams. I'm so mad, I even let myself go there. I know I have a calling on my life to lead, to add value to others, and so much more. Today is a new day, and I choose success. So you can either settle or you can get mad. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times when we get to that point in our life that when we get mad, like, things happen, right? Like, that is the turning point. Okay. So after you do one of those 2 things, you either settle or get angry, then you move to the last stage, which is stage 7, and that is recommitment. Okay. So this is where Erica says, I was in such a funk. That's so not like me to be negative. I just attended an awesome event and was reminded that success is a choice and it's entirely up to me. I will do this. So this is where it's like, you get back in, like, you're like, okay, let's do this. You know, that wasn't me. That wasn't right. Or I was just in a funk, but I can do this. And then you go back after this stage, back to stage 1 with the excitement again. Okay. So hopefully that was a funny little way to share with you some of those emotional cycles. Okay. And Linda Tupin, our National Sales Director of Meritai, I remember one time said, if you continue to run your business only on emotion and feelings, you not only will go broke, but you will be an emotional wreck and your family will resent the entire process. Okay. And I came across that quote again as I was preparing for this, and I was like, that's a little harsh. Like, like that's kind of stepping on some toes there, Linda. But it is absolutely right. When we work this business from emotion instead of from logic, from business, and we let those take over, it just wreaks havoc on the entire process. You're not happy. Nobody around you is happy. everybody kind of resents everything. Okay. So here's the facts. All right. We're human. All right. We are all human beings. And so we make mistakes. We will continue to make mistakes. We are going to disappoint people. We work with women, and that can be a little challenging at times. Like sometimes we as women are not the most easy to deal with all the time. And we have different personalities, right? Like everybody has a different personality that's going to be probably different than yours. But this is a business. And so you have to learn how to feel your emotions, but also process those emotions. Okay. Like we're not trying to stuff things down and ignore them, but we need to process them. So Mary Kay Ash always used to say, you want to have the heart of a woman and the head of a businessman. All right. So emotions have a place in this business. All right. That's what makes us unique as a human, as a consultant. That is what helps people relate to us and to trust us. But we also have to think logically and think with our head when it comes to the business side. So when you're working, you've got to take the emotion out of it. Okay. Now that doesn't mean like, don't care about other people. Don't worry about what they're feeling. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. Okay. We just have to work through the feelings and in spite of the feelings. Okay. Like I always think like, you know how guys are not typically as emotional as us women. And so like if things are going wrong, guys just do their thing anyway, you know? And so we kind of need to have some of that same mindset as well. But like I said, emotions are normal. Emotions are normal, and you're creating new boundaries, new habits. And so it's going to take some time to process this. Now, the awesome part is you can go through that whole cycle in an hour, or you can take a day to go through that process. You could take a week, you could take a month, you could take years. Like you get to decide how quickly you move through that cycle. Okay. I always love the thing where I don't remember who says this, but that you can have a pity party, but that pity party can only last for a few minutes. Okay. Like that pity party does not need to be like the whole shebang. It's deal with it, process it, let's move on. Okay. And so you can choose how fast you go through this, but you also have to realize you're going to go through this cycle multiple times. Okay. I hate to be the one to tell you that, but it's just facts. Okay. And so like, if you're going through this cycle, take that as the like realization that you're growing, that you're changing, that you're moving. Okay. If you don't go through all those emotions, that means nothing is happening. Okay. And so to be able to go through that emotional cycle, honestly, a privilege. It might suck sometimes, but it's honestly a privilege because that means that we're growing and we're changing. Okay. It's kind of like growing pains. All right. That's our growing pains that we have to deal with. And to also remember that everyone who's where you want to be has been through all of that. Okay. So like if your goal is sitting here as a consultant is to earn your car, Sherry's been through all of those cycles. Jennifer, Heidi, Maya, myself. If you want to be a sales director, us as directors have been through all of this. Okay. So anywhere, like anyone who is where you want to be has grown to that position. Okay. You do not know what to do at the next level until you're in the process of getting there. Okay. And so always remember that as well. And honestly, besides skill, like skill is involved, but the only difference between where you are and where you want to be is how quickly you go through this cycle. Because you will get frustrated, you will have setbacks, you will have obstacles, you will have people cancel on you. And so if that's a skill issue, that's one thing. But if you've got the skills, this is the only thing that's holding you back is you're letting this cycle stop you. Like you're getting stuck in that cycle. And that you guys, the enemy's biggest tools is discouragement and distraction. And so he's first going to discourage you, make you frustrated, make you angry, and then he's going to distract you. He's going to give you all the other things that you can do to get you out of this cycle, because that seems easier than you staying where you're supposed to be and continue to push through. Okay. So how do we handle all of these emotions? Okay. We know this cycle. We know it's going to happen. This is a matter of life. Like, how do we handle this? Okay. So I actually have 10 tips for you. Okay. The first one, first and foremost, is pray and ask for wisdom and diligence. Okay. Like, if you know you struggle with emotions, ask God to help you with that. Like, have him show you how to work through that. Okay. How to handle different personalities, how to handle to work through people. When we are in the word, when we have that relationship with God, that's where we're going to see how we can best handle people. Okay. And I kind of go back to what I had said on Wednesday night when I was talking, like, our purpose is to love and serve other people. All right. So to ask God and to pray for that wisdom and diligence on how can I serve and love people today, like, that's going to keep your emotions in check, because he's going to open your eyes to what you can do. Okay. So number one, pray for wisdom and diligence. Number two, label your emotions. Okay. Like, we can't change having emotions, but in order to, like, we know we're going to have them, but in order to change them, we have to acknowledge where we're at. Okay. So this is, again, like, we're not stuffing emotions. We're not ignoring them. Like, are you nervous? Are you disappointed? Are you sad? Are you mad? Like, what is it? How are you feeling? Because when you put a name on it, and you can feel multiple emotions at one time, but when you put a name on it, when you are acknowledging how you feel, that can take a lot of sting out of it, because instead of just letting it run rampant, you're kind of pulling it back and being like, okay, yes, I'm frustrated. Why am I frustrated? What about that made me frustrated? And then you can process that. It's a whole lot easier to process it when we are capturing it. The whole scripture of, like, take your thoughts captive, like, take those emotions captive so that you can figure out how to deal with them and how to process them. Okay. When you're just like, oh, I shouldn't be this way. Like, I shouldn't be mad. I shouldn't be frustrated. And you just keep on going, it's just going to keep bottling up until it explodes. Okay. So label your emotions. The third thing is gain control of them. Okay. And what I mean by this, gain control of your emotions, is to try to take your emotions out of the equation. All right. Learn to work the numbers. People will disappoint you, but numbers never lie. Okay. People will disappoint you, but numbers never lie. So when you gain control of your emotions and you focus on the controllables, the things that you can control, you gain control of your paycheck. When you let your emotions run rampant, then you're not really working your business. You're not doing it in the most effective way. And that is going to impact you. It's going to impact your family. It's going to impact the impact that you have on other people, and in all honesty. Number 4, I always think this one's kind of funny. Don't air your dirty laundry. Okay. And here's the deal, you guys. Okay. You do not have to keep your emotions all bottled up inside. You can talk to them about people, but you don't have to put it all out there, because it's not all everybody's business. Okay. And so nobody needs to hear your drama. Okay. Everybody has their own drama. Right. And some people, like, I think Mary Kay is not always perfect, but I love the way that it teaches us to think different. Because of it being such a positive environment, that then when you get around people only complaining, that are not taking responsibility or doing any of that, like, it's kind of irritating in a way. And so you don't want to be the person that is out there, like, on social media, like, oh my gosh, this person just canceled on my party. Like, I can't believe, like, all of those status updates that Erica Entrepreneur did, we don't want to do. Okay. Like, it doesn't need to be all out there. And this same thing applies to your family as well. And this would just be a word of advice that I would have for you is we're all going to have bad days. Okay. There's always going to be bad days in Mary Kay. Like people will cancel, like all of those things. That's part of the process. Okay. Like any business owner has cancellations. Any business owner has people that don't follow through. And your family wants to protect you. They want to know that you are in a secure business. They want to know that you will be successful. They want to know all of those things. So if you are constantly complaining about things within your business, it's going to impact how they feel about your business. Okay. And so just be cautious of that. Again, I'm not trying to say like you can't ever share like the bad things that happen. But if you're constantly complaining about it, they're going to pick up on that. And that's how they're going to see your business. Okay. So I hope that that makes sense. Number 5 is treat people right. Okay. Nothing helps your emotions more than treating people right. Like Mary Kay Ash always said, make people feel important. And I love this. I heard this recently. So the founder of Starbucks was asked one time, how's the coffee business treating you? And his answer was, I have no idea. I'm in the coffee business. I'm in the people business. And that's the same for us. We're not in the cosmetics business. We're in the people business. And the people, like, again, the people can be the best and the worst things of this business, right? Because again, we're all human. We just have to remain to be that calm in the storm. Okay. But when we have that focus of treating other people's right, loving and serving them, like that's going to keep our emotions in check. Because again, we are about like we give to other people and that fills our cup up as well. Okay. Number 6 is reframe your thoughts. Okay. And Mary Kay Ash always said your attitude determines your altitude. Okay. So your emotions are going to impact the way that you perceive events. Okay. So if you are feeling, I don't know, like, how can I say this? If you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, anxious, and you get a text message from your hostess that says she has to cancel because of illness, your stress, your overwhelm, your anxiousness is going to make you feel differently about that cancellation than if you were like, oh my, like if you were happy, if you were in a good mood, it's going to come across differently. Okay. So we have to, how did I say that? Reframe your thoughts. So like consider the emotional filter of how you're looking through the world. Okay. Like even to say like the whole phrase, like, oh, I'm so busy. Like, I'm so busy. Like, bleh. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's just that word, just everybody's busy. And is that really what we want to be known? Like, do we really want to be known as people that are busy all the time? And so like I heard somebody say, like, I'm maximized. Like, I'm not busy, I'm maximized, because that just that different name to it makes you think differently about it. Okay. So how can you kind of filter, like check your emotional filter for how you're looking at everything? Okay. Because like how you're reacting to something, you know, like let's say you're doing, I don't know, like a vendor show. Okay. And you have a table set up and you're hoping to meet a lot of people. You could go to that and be like, well, I got to sit here for 3 hours and I hope that people come by my table, you know, or you can be like, this is going to be awesome. Like, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be energetic so that people want to come to my booth. And if they're not coming, then I'll walk around and I'll introduce myself to other people so that you get to control what you get out of every single thing that you do in your life, Mary Kay and otherwise. Okay. And one tip with that is to ask yourself, like, if a friend of mine had this same problem, what would I say to them? What advice would I give to that friend? And that's the advice you need to give to yourself. Okay. And sometimes you just may need to, like, your reframing is to like step away if you can. Like, if you're feeling kind of negative, like step back from your computer or whatever you're dealing with and go put your face in the sun, go walk outside, go pet a dog, like, something just to kind of like reframe and refocus. Okay, number 7 is fill your cup. So what you hold in your mind becomes your reality. You're in charge of what you put into it and into your mind and into your heart. So go out of your way to get your cup refilled. All right. And so some of you are doing that just by being on here tonight, so plugging in to Mary Kay events, whether it's this or your weekly meeting or whatever, or even career conference, your quarterly events, any of those things, that is going to fill your cup. It's books, it's sermons, it's podcasts, it's any of those things that help to fill you up. Maybe it's just turning on some music and dancing around the house. Anything that you have to do to fill your cup up to keep you in that right frame of mind is so worth it. Number 8, I'm gonna go through these kind of quickly, is reach up. So reach up is just like, if you're feeling down and frustrated or discouraged, like I'm going to challenge you to not call your sister consultant. Okay. Even if, okay, so who was it? Lisa and Marcia that are on the same team that just started. So Marcia, if something happens and you're feeling frustrated, I challenge you not to go to Lisa. I challenge you to go to Maya, because not that Lisa can't help you with that, but we always want to go up. Okay. We want to go to the people that are where we want to be. And sometimes, like if I would call my best friend and be like, oh, I'm so frustrated. She'd be like, girl, me too. Like, let's just like sit on the couch and eat ice cream and do whatever. And that's well and good at a certain time. But when there comes a time to where it's like, okay, girl, pull up your big girl panties and let's get busy. Let's get working on this. Okay. So if you're frustrated, reach up, because they've been there. Okay. They've been where you've been before. Number 9 is celebrate. Okay. And this is where, like, there's kind of 2 parts to that. Number 1, this kind of piggybacks on the like change, like if you need to stop, like figure out things that help get you unstuck. Okay. How can you celebrate and redo those emotions? So maybe it is calling a friend, maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's meditating, maybe it's listening to music. So that's one part of it. But I also am talking about celebrating, and I'm talking about the small wins. Okay. Like I'm all about big goals, all that stuff, but how'd you win today? Okay. How did you win today? Like, I remember Linda always talking about this, is that we're not doing enough happy dances. Okay. Like we are so focused on the big goal that even if every day we're working on something towards it, because we haven't hit the goal yet, we're not celebrating. Okay. It's the whole deal, you guys, as like, you always think that when you get to this place, you'll be happier. You got to celebrate where you're at. Okay. So if you got out of bed today, celebrate, do a happy dance that you got out of bed. If you made your bed, celebrate. If you made one booking call, celebrate. Like celebrate every single day, something that you did that moved the needle. Okay. That was a win for you. Okay. Because we think that those little things don't matter, but it's those little things that add up to the big things. Okay. And you can't be scared about going for the big things if you're celebrating the small things. Okay. Because you're feeling that win, you're feeling that sense of pride. Because faith and fear cannot reside in the same place. Okay. So if you're celebrating, you can't be fearful. So every day, celebrate the small things. And then the last thing, number 10, is eagles fly alone. And with this, just to remember that you are not like the average person. Okay. The fact that you started a Mary Kay business sets you apart from the average person. The fact that you are here plugging into a training sets you apart from the average Mary Kay consultant. Okay. Eagles fly alone. All right. And so don't let yourself slip into that scarcity mentality. Surround yourself with successful people that think bigger, minimize your time with the negative, minimal thinkers, right? And with this, I would also challenge you to look at, if you're on social media, who you're following on social media. Because I think it's very easy to get into that even if we're watching TV or taking a break, or, it's not Mary Kay time and we're like scrolling through social media, it's very easy to start to let what you're seeing on there send you to a place that maybe you don't necessarily want to go. Okay. So if the people that you're following are not people that are encouraging, if they're not positive, if they're not uplifting, if they're not challenging you, if they're not helping you think different thoughts, then why are you following them? If you look at somebody on social media and every time you see a post of theirs, you get irritated, why are you following them? Like, unfollow them, unfriend them, whatever you need to do so that you're keeping your mind in the right spot as well. Okay, so how do we bring this all together? Okay, so it's a tough little process. All right, managing emotions is not easy. Okay, that's probably why I could talk so much about this, is because I have to practice it every single day. Okay, and so that's okay. But the more time and attention that we spend on this, that we spend regulating our emotions, being aware of them, we're going to gain confidence to be able to move forward, to move past that discomfort. The first time you go through this cycle, it may take you a little bit longer, but then the next time it'll be a little bit faster, and the next time it'll be a little bit faster after that. And so just being aware of that, being able to make those healthy choices in regards to that. And then just remembering, you guys, we all have our own opportunity. And so we have to take advantage of ours. We have to control what we can control and not allow ourselves to be discouraged or distracted by the other things. Okay. Like, we can't put our dreams, our aspirations, we can't rest those on what somebody else does, what somebody else says, what somebody else thinks. We have to control those things. We keep those attached to us and our emotions, our thoughts, all of those things. So that's what I had tonight. And I do have one of the tips, and I'll share this. I'll have the directors, when we send out the replay of this. One of the things that you can do is, we always called it a mental bath. I don't know if you guys have heard of this or not, but it's like a little tracking sheet that every day you take a bath. Okay. And what that means is each letter of bath stands for something. So B is booking. So get one booking a day, because if you've got a booking a day, like, that keeps the negative away. Okay. Like, you can't be mad about your business if you have a booking. A is affirmation. So just, whether that's scripture or your positive affirmations, but just affirming who you are is a huge part of that. The T is training. So guys, we have access to so many trainings. Like, if you guys, like, there's an app you can have on your phone. It's the MK mobile learning app. So you can listen to it in your car, as you're walking, like as you're going around the house, whatever. We have access to so many different trainings. If you're not sure where to get them, again, ask your director. And then the H is hook up with your director. Okay. And this is just where it's like, you could just say hello, say hi. Hey, here's what I did today. Hey, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what's going on. It doesn't have to be a like full on like coaching kind of thing. It's just plugging in, and that helps you keep your frame of mind in the right place. And it keeps you in communication with somebody, again, that's higher than you as well. So BATH. So, all right, that's all I had. So is there any like questions, or I know that we kind of went over a little bit. So thoughts, like Maya, Heidi, Jennifer, anything you guys want to share?
Mary, I just have to say that you hit this training out of the ballpark, like unbelievable. Like, it is so evident that this is something that you have spent so much energy and prayer over. And I know all of us are so blessed by this. So thank you. I mean, these are such practical, tangible things that we all can implement. And whether we implement one or we implement all 10, like, wow, like I just feel a sense of peace. So I just want to say thank you for sharing what you have shared tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. If anyone else wants to unmute and just affirm Mary, I know we have lots going on in the chat right now too. So please feel free to, vocally and say, anything that resonated or touched you?
I couldn't write fast enough. I got thick pages like. I hope I can read all of it tomorrow. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Thank
I really
you.
did. Emotions really hit home to me. And one of the things that hit me was like every morning we have a choice to make.
Mhm.
We can either be peace, happy, joyful. I mean, we have that choice. And sometimes we allow ourselves to get talked into a bad attitude
Mhm.
right off from the get-go. So very good.
Absolutely. Thank you. That was awesome.
I just wanted to say thank you, Mary. I've heard this training several times, but it's never really, I don't know if it's just where I'm at in my business right now, but it's never really sunk in like it did tonight. So I appreciate that so much.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa.
I love it, Mary. I think you can tell this is meat and potatoes. And this is so, so valuable. I mean, this is such a valuable piece to all of just our Mary Kay business, but all of our lives. And so I think it's perfect timing because, as people are moving up the career path, this is happening. This is happening all the time. As you are setting goals, as we're finishing out the quarter and seminar, you're going to see yourself go through this. And I just love that you gave us 10 tips. I mean, I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Because, now that we know what stage we're in, what do we do about it, And just solid training. I so appreciate the time you put into that.
Thank you.
I forget what that is that they always say about history, like war, like different, like World War I, World War II. And I forget the saying, how it exactly goes. That you can't know where you're going if you don't understand where you've been.
Yep.
Or something. I'm
That's right.
I can't remember the exact. You have to learn from your past.
Yeah.
And we all have things in our past emotionally that has scarred us. And like you said earlier, that Satan will every time try to get you derailed and discouraged. And so he always comes, he's gone for a season and comes back. And it's always like he comes back and it's like, how did I trip up on that again?
I think
Well,
the cool thing is
I fell for it again.
I think the cool thing is we can think about our past, but we don't have to dwell there.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I wanted to-
absolutely not. But you have to.
I was so, I don't want to say surprised, but I've never really written down all these stages. We have stages for everything, of course, anything with grief or whatever. But as you were doing those, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done this. I've done this. And like you said, some things really do, you stick in those for a little bit and you kind of have to really push yourself out of them. But then the best part though is when you gave us what to do, because I think if this is going to happen, but if you don't have the tools about what to do, there's no point in knowing the stages, if you don't know how to handle them. So I thought that was huge. I was thinking about how, when you were talking about 6A and 6B, about settling or getting angry. And I'm like, that's so true. And how, when you gave the tip about reaching up, because I remember having a conversation with Heidi when I kind of was going to give up, that I wasn't going to finish CAR. And she, had me reevaluate, and she's just like, what do you want? What do you want? And at first I thought, well, she knows what I want, to that kind of effect. But almost like I was offended that she asked me, but she did that because that's what I needed, and it made me move. It made me move on to the next thing. So it is super important, that you are reaching up to the next level to someone, because they have been there and they know how to help you come through that if you're willing.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and I think sometimes I think we're fearful to reach up because we don't want to disappoint those people. We don't, like Sherry you did not want to disappoint Heidi, but even like, no matter where you guys are at, you have to remember, like, it's not about disappointing us. Like, we will never be disappointed in who you are as a person. Okay. Do we want to stretch you and challenge you to go after a goal if that's what you've said you've wanted to do? Yes. You know, but we won't ever be disappointed in you. Like, you are more than anything, like more than a goal, more than any of that kind of stuff. But when you kind of, you know, if you don't acknowledge all of that and have somebody else see in you, like help you see what they see in you, if that makes sense. Like, because it's always easier for somebody else to see more in you than what you can see for yourself. So. Awesome. All right. Any other comments or questions or anything like that? Awesome. Okay. Well, and we will have this recorded, so we'll get that shared out. So if you guys do need to listen again, so if you didn't get to write fast enough, you can do that as well. And I will share also that mental bath kind of checklist with you guys if you would, if that would be helpful as well. But we will be back for our next all-in family night on March 7th. It's the first Monday of March 7th at 7 p.m. And so we are so excited to be back with you then. And like I said, don't forget about all of the events that we've got coming up that the company is doing, that your directors are doing. And we are just so excited for every single one of you. So proud of every single one of you, just for taking time out of your evening tonight to be on here with us. We just greatly appreciate that. And I think, Maya, do you want to tell them, are you hosting the leadership call?
Well, I am thankful that you took the time. I really believe we needed to dive into this, just coming off of a season, right? That we've all been so emotional. So I did not want us to not finish this well. However, leadership class is an hour-long class. And so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, y'all, for leadership class is let's go ahead and have it tomorrow. If you're not able to hop on, I will record that as well. And so we'll just do leadership class tomorrow at 8 p.m. instead of trying to take a 10-minute break and restart. So I want to be respectful of your evening. So yeah, we'll get that shared and posted for anyone. Leadership class, you guys, is a very in-depth training on the career path, how to move up into a red jacket, how to move up into a car, how to move up into directorship. And the biggest thing is how to maximize your income. I love that word, Mary, that you said that tonight. So how to maximize your income as a Mary Kay Beauty consultant. So it's a very factual kind of a class, where tonight was really beautiful in emotion. So tomorrow we'll just go ahead and do that if that's okay with everyone. So yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Sorry that we did go over tonight. And that's one too, like if you have a significant other or somebody in your life that would love to know that side of your business as well, they're invited to be on that also. Yep. So awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being with us tonight. We'll get the recording out to you as soon as we can, and we'll see you guys later. So bye guys.
Bye.